Pokemon trainers, welcome back to another Beast EM2 video. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about Galvantula, Shadow Alolan Marowak, and Golbat in the Halloween Cup. So let me just go ahead and start off by saying don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe, and share the video to your friends. So Shadow Alolan Marowak, the only way we were able to get one was when they had an event where you were able to evolve a Shadow Cubone, and it would evolve into a Alolan Marowak instead of the regular Marowak, and that was very fun. And today we're going to be showcasing it here so you could see how good it is or how not good it is depending on what your team is, and hopefully in the future they bring it back and you're able to evolve yourself one. So let's go ahead and jump right into the commentary. So that Dragalg is over there. We were able to farm it down with the Golbat, and now in comes Venomoth, and this is going to be a little tricky because Golbat will be weak against it. As we can see there, we dropped the defense, which is perfect. Alolan Marowak right there will be able to counter this Venomoth. As you can see there, we're going to bring it in immediately. In comes a Gramble, and this is perfect for us because of the fire typing. We're able to resist those charms from the Shadow Gramble right there. We're able to pick up a shield, and now right here our main objective is just to get to the Bone Cup, and we should be able to knock out that Gramble right there. And as you can see there, Venomoth now comes in here, and we're gonna be able to farm it down. So Bone Club right there did it phenomenal right there. So let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. Again, another Dragalg right there. Again, we're gonna do the same thing that we did in the first battle. We're gonna go ahead and throw Lunge. Lunge is a great move to use because it's going to drop your opponent's attack, and it's going to make their fast moves a little bit weaker right there. So right here, we're not going to be able to shield. You need to save your shields for the Shadow Alolan Marowak. In case you didn't know, every Shadow Pokemon has a little bit less defense because of that little attack boost. So now in comes a Golbat, and right here, our main objective is going to be to try to bait a Shadow Ball, and we're actually going to throw a Poison Fang right there to see if we could get a shield. We got this shield, which is perfect right here. Even if we don't shield, and we're actually going to shield there, Shadow Ball comes in here, and I believe right here our play is going to be now to go for the Shadow Ball. Our opponent will most likely not want to use both shields, and we're able to land the Shadow Ball and knock out the Golbat right there. So that was perfect to see. In comes Dragalg once again. This is going to be very tricky because the fire spins will be resisted because of that dragon typing, and we definitely do need to save our shield because our opponent is running Aqua Tail, and that will do super effective against the Alolan Marowak. So we're gonna go ahead and swap into the Alolan Marowak. In comes a Skuntank, which is gonna be fine because those Bone Clubs will be able to do super effective damage. There's gonna be no need to throw Shadow Bone because Shadow Bone will be heavily resisted by the Skuntank, and as you can see here, we're going to be able to shield that Crunch up, and we're going to be able to throw a Bone Club. And we're going to see if this is going to be enough damage to knock out that Skuntank. It is not, with just 1 HP, and we're able to farm it down. In comes the Dragalg once again. This is going to be very tricky right here because that Aqua Tail should knock us out. As you can see there, now in comes Golbat, and we're able to just knock it out with the Wing Attack. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the next battle right here. We're going to go up against a Charger Bug right here. Right here, the best thing to do is always go with Lunge. Unless it's a Golbat, then you do want to go Discharge. But most of the time with the Galvantula, you are going to have to just go for the Lunge, just to drop your opponent's attack right there. And now that Charger Bug is going to come in with the X-Scissor, which is going to be fine. That's going to allow us to throw in one Lunge, but if you saw there, our opponent was able to swap on the charge move. In comes Golbat, which is fine. We're able to drop their attack, and now right here, I believe we are going to shield because we're going to have a Discharge ready to go, and that Discharge is either going to pick up a second shield, or we're going to be able to do a decent amount of damage against that Golbat. Actually, I'm sorry, it was able to pick out the first shield. And as you could see here, I believe we're going to go in with the Mirror Match. Yeah, Mirror Match right there, simply because we don't want to risk it with the Alolan Marowak. I believe we are going to save the shield for the Alolan Marowak. They're going to throw Shadow Ball, which is going to be fine. We're going to charge up to a Shadow Ball, but we're going to throw Poison Fang just to try to see if we could pick up the shield. We don't, it goes down right there. And I believe they're going to be bringing in their Charger Bug, but no, they brought in Obstagoon instead, which is perfect. This means that as long as we save our shield, we are looking in a very, very good spot, because Obstagoon will only be able to do damage against us with that Night Slash. So you're gonna see right here, this Night Slash, it does not knock us out, and we're able to resist those counters. So that's gonna allow us to get to another Poison Fang right there. Hopefully do more damage. And we pick up the second shield, which is perfect. Now we're gonna be able to call in that Alolan Marowak, and we're gonna be able to shield up this first Night Slash right here. Our opponent gets the buff, but they did swap out, and now we're gonna be able to throw this Bone Club against the Charger Bug. They do manage to get to a charge move. This is gonna be very, very tricky. It's gonna be an X Scissor Door, and we're able to resist that. In comes Obstagoon, and once again they're gonna be able to get to a Night Slash, and this is either gonna keep us alive or it's gonna knock us out right there. But we're able to survive, and we knock out that Obstagoon. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the next battle. This Galvantula versus Umbreon. This one right here, we're gonna go straight lunge because it's gonna do super effective damage towards that Umbreon right there. As you can see how much damage that actually was. That was a decent amount in my opinion. This Umbreon now, if it throws a Psychic, it's gonna do a decent amount, but it's just gonna be foul play right there. They're able to charge up to 2 foul plays. And then this one, the second one is gonna land, but we are gonna be able to throw a second lunge, either knock it out or pick up a shield and drop their attack. So we're actually are gonna be able to knock it out. In comes Obstagoon. And now right here, we're gonna play the same way that we did. In comes Golbat. Right here, we don't have to worry too much about Night Slash until they start getting that little buff. This first one doesn't get them the buff, which is perfect. Any type of ghost type move will be pointless to use against the Obstagoon because of its normal typing and the dark typing. As you can see there, we're able to drop their defense every time you use Poison Fang. And right here, we're gonna be able to drop defense again and pick up a shield. And now this is actually gonna put us in a good spot because we're gonna be able to now save our shields for the Alolan Marowak. And we're actually gonna use that one right there for the Golbat. And right here, we're gonna be able to throw another Poison Fang. We've already dropped the defense stat on that Obstagoon very, very much. In comes a Tentacruel though, unfortunately right there. And we are going to have to throw a Shadow Bone first because we could do super effective damage with the Bone Club. But we are going to throw Shadow Bone, as you can see there. This is either going to be Scald or it was going to be a Poison type move. And unfortunately though, we are able to use the shield, and we're going to be racing towards the next charge move because it is getting very, very tricky. They do shield, and our swap timer, as you can see there, we're not going to be able to swap. This should be a Scald coming in once again, and it's going to be knocking us out. As you can see here, we're going to be able to farm down, but we actually get to the charger move, and we're going to be able to knock out this Tentacruel right there and pick up the win. So GG's to my opponent. Let's go ahead and jump into the last battle right here. Mirror match, Galvantula versus a Galvantula. We're going to go ahead and go straight lunge. And as you can see there, we are going to be winning the CMP tie, which is going to be perfect right there. Because that's going to put pressure on our opponent. They use their first shield, which is perfect right there. That's going to leave Alolan Marowak a good chance right there to farm it down. So the second one right here, they did manage to swap on the charge move against that Nidoqueen, which is still going to be perfect. We're going to be able to align our Golbat with the Nidoqueen almost immediately right there. And now we're going to be able to throw a Shadow Ball instead of the Poison Fang, because we realize that with a Shadow Ball we're gonna be able to either put pressure to use a second shield or knock it out or get it very, very low right there. Now they're gonna be throwing a Poison Fang. We're able to resist all of those, and we're gonna be able to farm it down. So we're looking at a very, very good spot right here. Now this Galvantula is gonna be doing super effective damage with that discharge, and now we're gonna be able to bring back the Alolan Marowak. But right there, we are going to be saving our Galvantula for a sack swap, a potential sack swap. They do bring in Zweilous, which is going to be a problem because Zweilous is a fast type move, will be doing a lot of damage to us. We were panicking right there because Shadow Bone would not do anything because it is resisted. So we're just going to be throwing Bone Clubs right there, as you can see there. Alolan Marowak is getting it very, very low, but we should be looking to get farmed down, and then we bring in the Galvantula, gets farmed down as well. We are able to make this Velius lose energy, but unfortunately though we are gonna lose without using any of our shields. So there you guys have it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the team. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.